Hello, great to have you with us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at exactly 10:30 p.m. local time. First, the top stars. Seminar conducted on role of women in national affairs. Seminar on protecting food safety. U.S. vetoed UN Security Council resolution on Gaza. Russia's Lavrov visits North Korea. Mrs. Tah'a Tesfa Mikael, President of the National Union of Eritrean Women, organized a seminar on 18th of October to women in Barentu subzone, focusing on the role of women in the national affairs. At the seminar, Mrs. Tah'a indicated that development programs across the country have been the result of initiatives centered on women called for strengthening participation for better outcome. Mrs. Tah'a went on to say that the objective of organizing women to the village level is to enable women become beneficiaries and called on women to play leading role in nurturing the noble societal values on the young generation. Mrs. Ihdega Yohannes, head of the union branch in Gashbarka region, on her part indicating the strong participation of women in the region in the implementation of charted out development programs and called for its strengthening. The participants on their part conducted extensive discussion on the issue raised at the seminar and adopted various recommendations. A seminar focused on guaranteeing food for both humans and animals alongside boosting agricultural production was organized to vegetable farmers in Fort Osawa subzone. The seminar, according to Mr. Segid Abraha, head of livestock resource inspection at the Ministry of Agriculture branch in Gashbarka region, was aimed at maintaining the safety of food for both humans and animals, improving seed quality, and increasing farmers' and stakeholders' understanding of the need to use safe pesticides. Mr. Segid emphasized that applying pesticides should not only be done as a last resort and asked people to avoid using hazardous pesticides and to follow the advice and recommendations of agricultural professionals, indicating that similar seminars have been held for farmers in different parts of the region. The Regional Inspection Services Chairman, Mr. Hagos Gavramaram, urged farmers to consult agricultural experts to prevent diseases that may arise from using hazardous pesticides. The attendees of the seminar expressed a willingness to impart the knowledge they learned to other farmers in their communities, demonstrating the seminar's importance in deepening their understanding. The public's use of health facilities is significantly growing, according to Mr. Abdu Saleh, Chief of Health Facilities in the Central Dankala subzone. According to Mr. Abdu, in addition to the routine health service offered, awareness-raising initiatives are carried out in the subzone's remote areas. As a result, the number of people using medical facilities has dramatically increased. Mr. Abdu stated that regular immunization campaigns are being carried out, indicating a notable decline in the prevalence of communicable diseases. Additionally, Mr. Abdu stated that pre- and postnatal care has increased by 3% and that effort will be made in collaboration with the community to bring it to the best possible standard. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. The United States yesterday vetoed a Security Council resolution that would have called for humanitarian pause in Gaza. The Brazilian drafted resolution with the support of 12 of 15 members of the Security Council. The United States, which has veto power, was the only council member that vetoed against it. Britain and Russia abstained. Before voting on the Brazilian draft, the Security Council voted separately on 2 amendments to the Brazilian draft submitted by Russia. The Russian amendments on the call for an end to indiscriminate attacks on civilians and civilian subjects and call for a durable humanitarian ceasefire instead of humanitarian pause contained in the Brazilian text were unable to pass as there was not enough support by council members. The United States was the only council member that voted against the Russian amendments. Yesterday's failure by the Security Council was the second in a row to adopt a resolution in Gaza. The Security Council on Monday failed to adopt a Russian-drafted resolution that would have called for a humanitarian ceasefire. The draft resolution failed to win enough votes in favor for adoption. Israel's wartime cabinet decided yesterday that it would allow passage of basic humanitarian aid from Egypt consist of only food, water, and medicine to the besieged Gaza Strip. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has landed in North Korea, amplifying United States' concern about deepening North Korea-Russia military cooperation amid the war in Ukraine. Lavrov's trip to the Asian country yesterday, his first since 2018, is expected to pave the way for a visit to Pyongyang by Russian President Vladimir Putin, who hosted North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in Moscow just a month ago. Lavrov is expected to brief the North Korean on Putin's visit to China, which is hosting some 130 global leaders for its Third Belt and Road Initiative Forum, and also discuss Putin's potential upcoming visits, according to Russia's state news agency. Lavrov's visit to North Korea comes days after the U.S. expressed concern that Pyongyang is supplying Moscow with weapons in return for a range of military assistance, including advanced technologies. Washington claims on that North Korea has delivered more than 1,000 containers of military equipment and munitions to Russia in recent weeks. The U.S. allegations have been denied by both North Korea and the Kremlin. Russian ambassador said that Russia, as a responsible member of the world community, strictly adheres to its international obligation towards Pyongyang through the UN Security Council. Now we have a quick review of the top stars. Seminar conducted on role of women in national affairs. Seminar on protecting food safety. U.S. vetoes UN Security Council resolution on Gaza. Russia's Lavrov visits North Korea. That was all with the news for this evening. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.